is so sad. I'm just like... It goes, yeah, we've known each other for forever. Ever? What did I say with an accent? Hi guys. Yes, Neza is still sick. She is, guys, I don't know what she got. I don't know what Neza got, but she's not doing well. I'm gonna wait till more people kind of file in before we get started. I know, guys, so sad. I'm all alone today. I'm all alone. Yeah, Neza is not doing well. Guys, I don't know what's going around right now, but a lot of people are getting sick. And I'm like, I feel so fine. I feel on top of the world. Knock on wood. And I'm so scared that it's going to hit me out of nowhere. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that I feel good. Also, everyone's gonna be like, wait, why are you drinking a tea? I'm only drinking a tea because I'm cold, because my house is really cold, but I don't feel like putting the heater on, so just putting that out there. But yes, Neza is still sick. She is feeling better, but to be safe, it's just better that we don't get close to each other, because I'm going to be traveling soon. The holidays are coming up. You know what I mean? Like, Christmas is around the corner, New Year's, and like I said, I'm traveling. The last thing I need to be getting is sick. I don't want to do that. So yes, everyone send Neza your love and your best wishes for her, and hopefully I know she'll probably be way better on Monday. She started taking medicine. She's going to be way better, but we just wanted to be safe. So yeah, Neza's still sick. Franny's a lone wolf for book club today, but it's okay. It's okay. I came prepared. I have my little tabs ready to go. All my notes ready to go crazy. Also, hold on one second. Henry's going crazy. Okay, go out there. Go. Sorry. Henry likes to do this thing where he comes into the room with me, and then the second he hears anything or is bored, likes to just leave, so. But yeah, anyways, guys, who's excited? Because a lot of things have happened. Also, for stream today, it's probably not going to be a long one, probably like an hour or two. Just depends on how long we get through all the annotations, through each chapter that we read. And then also I was thinking we can read a couple of chapters together, since today's a really super chill day. I think it would be fun to read the book together like we did last time. Ready for class. You are ready. I know. I feel like I'm like a teacher. It's just weird doing this by myself, because I feel like I'm like, okay, guys, this is what we're going over. Anyways, also, when we get to reading, I'm just curious. When we go through the book and start reading it together, do you guys want me to like stop and react to certain things, or do you want me to just get through the chapter and then we talk about it? Or do you like reaction as we are reading? Because I know it can be annoying if we're reading and then I stop and react, okay, stop, reaction, yes, react. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure, because I like reacting in the moment. Even when I'm by myself, I'll literally be reading the book and I'll be like, and I'll like run. I'll run in circles, because that's how crazy I get about the moment. Okay, so I'm glad I can do that with you guys, because I don't want you to be annoyed and be like, why does she keep fucking stopping? Anyways, I'm just gonna let a couple more. I'm gonna let maybe the next like 5 minutes pass, just so more people can file in, so no one's missing it. Will the stream with Caleb be a VOD? Yes, I think that one's going up tomorrow. The Caleb VOD is going up tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. How's everyone's day? What's going on? What's the 411? I'm not a cool mom. Wait, no, I am a cool mom. I'm not just a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. Yep. Yeah, I'm sick as well. Sick here too. Everyone is sick right now, guys. Holy shit. Currently at work reading the last of my chapters. Honestly, I mean, I'm glad you showed up. That's all good with me. How was the party last night? It was fun. We went to just this Christmas bar in Hollywood. It was bizarre. I felt like I was in the North Pole, but Hollywood Boulevard. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's the best way for me to explain it. It was so cool. Like, I felt like while I was in there, when I walk outside, I felt like it should be snowing at some point somewhere, but obviously it's not. It was really cool though. Super cool. Finished Christmas shopping. Oh my gosh, dude. Christmas shopping is so unbelievably stressful. Oh my God. I've decided I'm going to get gifts that aren't like I'm not going to go buy like a specific thing. I want to give like an experience to people is like my thing. Just, I don't know. It makes more sense for me right now. It's like I don't care to go shopping for like clothes for people and shit, you know? Oh my gosh. Does anybody here love drinking tea? Or is it just me? I love tea. I added a little honey in this one, but I normally drink no honey, no nothing. But I love myself some tea. Yeah, I love peppermint. Peppermint tea is my favorite. For an upset belly. I'm having a ginger tea with some lemon. I mean, not lemon, with honey. But I like to add lemon in it when I have it, but I don't. It's fine. What was I was going to say something, but I forgot. You and Nez should open a P.O. box. Guys, we were thinking about it. We just don't know if that's a smart decision. I don't know. I just feel like if we do get sent a lot of things, it might be a little overwhelming for the post office and having to think about, oh my gosh, we have to go grab all this. I don't know. Also, we don't have a space big enough to keep a lot of gifting like that. Because obviously I want to be able to keep a lot of the stuff. I don't want to like give it away or throw it out. So maybe when we get a bigger space and we can keep a lot of this stuff, I feel like it would make a lot more sense. How long do you usually stream for when it's you and Neza? Normally Neza and I will stream for 3 to 4 hours. We've recently have been pushing to 4 hours just naturally. But yeah, it's normally 3 to 4. Like I said, today's just going to be probably a little shorter because it's just me and we're gonna go over the book and we're gonna read a little bit, so it's not gonna be anything too crazy. But I felt like we had to do book club. We gotta do book club. Oh my goodness. Where's everyone tuning in from? Oh, don't worry. I'm going to do the handshake in a minute. But yeah, where's everyone tuning in from? How's it going? Texas, Miami, London, I love London, Chicago, Missouri, Germany, Michigan, Germany. That sounds so cool to be at right now. Vancouver, France, Chicago, Dubai, Singapore. Oh my God, my eyes can't move that quick. Michigan, New York, LA, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, London. Hey from Arizona, Sacramento, Louisiana. Handshake with Henry. I think his arms are too short. Cleveland, Pennsylvania, Toronto, Netherlands, London, Virginia, Saudi Arabia, Sweden, England, Mississippi, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico, Bay Area, Jersey, Chile. Wow, I love how worldwide we are. We are super worldwide. Pitbull, where are you? You know? Yeah, FREZZA is worldwide. We love to see it. We love to see it. All right, guys. I feel like most people probably have filed in this. Yeah, this is going to be a VOD. I think it should be a VOD. So yeah, if you can't be here for the full time, or I guess whoever jumps in late, it will be a VOD. Yes, this will be a VOD. We'll put it up, even though it'll be a shorter one. I guess I'm going to do the handshake by myself. Here we go. This is going to be ridiculous. This is so sad. I'm just like, this is just what I want to do the whole time. All right, here we go. How does this work? Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Okay, hold on. Hold on. It's doon, 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 doon. Okay. Ready? I want to do it with my other hand. Yup. That's it, guys. We have done the handshake. We have done the handshake. Anyways, one woman show. Yep. How's Neza? So yeah, anyone who's filled in or who's filed in a little bit, Neza is still sick. Neza is still sick, so she is home resting and recovering, and hopefully I think she will be way better by Monday. But that's just the unfortunate situation. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking, I guess, a lot, kind of to myself in a way. Obviously I'm talking to you guys, but I don't have anyone here to actually talk about it with, because I can't hear you guys from chat. So I'm just gonna go from each page from where we started to the end of what we read. Also, reminder, if you have read ahead what we kind of assigned, please no spoilers. And yeah, I'm just gonna go over each page, something that stood out to me, and I'll be looking at chat. So if anyone has anything to say, if you guys have questions, I'm gonna try and. There's only 2 eyes. We normally got 4 looking at chat in the book. We're able to kind of be more all together, but today's a little different. So we're just gonna go for it. All right. So we started, I believe, at 145. So we started at page 145. Let's wait till everyone gets there. We started at a then, and it's Wednesday, December 31st. 14 years ago. So I'm gonna let everyone get there in the next minute, and then I guess I'll just start talking about all the little notes that I put. Okay. This feels like school in 2020. Yeah, this is weird. I feel like this is way more serious with one person here. And guys, trust me, I don't want to be serious. I want to be goofy and fun. So don't take me too serious, but I'm riffing by myself today. I gotta crack jokes with myself. I'm gonna be like, yo, ha ha ha, and I'm gonna pretend like Neza's right here. I'm gonna crack a joke, and I'm gonna pretend she's gonna look at me weird, and that's what it's gonna be. But it's all good. Anyways, Someone goes, this is so intimate. That is so funny. All right. Is everyone okay? Say yes if you are at the page we assigned to start at 145. Let me know. Say yes. Good. We're ready. I know these. Okay, it looks like everyone is ready. Yeah, these chapters, guys. I wish I was reading them with you because I was not okay. I was ill reading these. I was running in circles in my room by myself. Okay, anyways, let's start. So here, let's see. I highlighted, since we began high school 4 months ago, none of them had any feelings whatsoever. Okay, so let's see. What is this first chapter about again? I need to remember. Oh, okay. So, yeah, Macy's talking about how she's, boys suck. They only want boobs and, like, girls that wear slutty clothes. And then Elliot goes, I don't want that. She's like, but guys just want, big boobs and slutty outfits. And Elliot's like, I don't want that. Period. Anyways, we love Elliot. Anyways, okay, so my first post-it note says, let's find out what's underneath it, because I forgot. Oh yeah, so this is when I forgot where they were hanging out, but Andreas, Elliot's brother, thinks Macy's cute, and I screamed. I was like, and then she was like, oh, well, like imagine kissing Andreas or whatever. Andreas, sorry. Am I saying his name right? I don't know. Anyways, he thought Macy was cute. So that's crazy. Okay, that's how I say his name. I've been saying it wrong. Okay. Andreas. Oh, is that Andreas? Andreas. Whatever, guys. Anyways, so yeah, so he mentions to, I guess, Elliot that he thinks Macy's cute, which is interesting. Obviously, Elliot gets a little jealous and is like, back up, I guess. Oh, and then this. Okay, so the end of this chapter. Are the other book club days going to be a VOD? Yes, all the book club days are VODs already. Okay, so anyways. So then, move forward into the chapter. Macy finds her dad's dirty magazines. And what's really funny about this is how Elliot reacts to it, which is really interesting. And I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions on how he reacted to it, because he didn't react like, oh my god, that's crazy. He kind of reacted like, what did you expect? Like, you were looking in a place that you shouldn't be looking, and this is what are you expecting? Like, your dad is just a solo, like, bachelor guy, and you're looking in the back corner of a closet in his bedroom. Of course you're gonna find something you shouldn't be, looking at. But yeah, I'm curious, how do you guys think his Elliot's reaction to that was? Do you think it was a very mature way to react? Do you think it's just because he does it himself that he reacted that way? Yeah, really mature, super mature. Yeah, I just think he is a little older than Macy, I think, too. Yeah, it was just very mature. He just kind of was like, I think because he's at the age now that he's doing that type of stuff, it's kind of like, he's just kind of like, well, yeah, like, that's what we do, which I'm kind of happy he reacted that way. Yeah, I was honestly shocked, too, because I feel like when you hear kids talking about stuff like that, they're always like, but I guess for her, I guess for her, it was just, I guess also it's her dad, so she was more stunned. Yeah, so, Elliot got some brownie points for a very mature response. And also, he's just obviously very mature in general. I feel like we have said that so many times. He's way more mature than many boys his age. I know he's a fictional character, but I'm pretending he's real because we love Elliot, you know? I thought it was just because he does it too. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, he kind of didn't want to be like, because he was just like, well, I do it too. So, like, what's so bad about it? Yeah. Anyways, also at the end of that chapter, when he goes, like I said, I have an awesome imagination, I was like, no, Elliot! I'm like, no, okay. All right. So now we're moving on to the next chapter. It's now Saturday, October 14th. So this is now where Macy, invites all of her friends, Sean and Elliot, to the picnic, which can't even believe that she did all that, but whatever. Yes, when I got the zoomies, couldn't even believe it. Was stunned. So anyways, oh, sorry, I'm hitting the desk. I guess she's at the beginning of this chapter, she's just kind of like, I don't know what to wear, like, whatever. And then Sean goes, I thought you got dressed up for your dinner last week with him. So Sean's just, I feel like Sean is, right, inviting to picnic crazy. Yeah, no, I know, it's so insane, guys. So she's trying to basically tell Sean, like, I'm not just dressing up for Elliot, I'm dressing up. She's trying to convince herself that she's dressing up for herself and not for Elliot, which I think is bullshit, first of all. And Sean is catching on. First of all, Sean's older. Sean is more mature. He's not dumb. He's experienced this before. But right, do we all think Macy's dressing up for Elliot? We can all agree on that. For sure, bullshit. Okay, yes. Yep. Okay, right, for sure. Okay, glad we're all on the same page, because that's 100% what I thought. I was like, this is definitely all bullshit, and she just wants Elliot to look at her and be like, whoa, wow, I missed you, which he already has. Anyways, also, hold on a second. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, Sean joke he made me laugh hard because it felt like a diss on him. Who wouldn't? Previous lover, hello. I know. Like, if you're in that situation, I think if anyone was in that situation, they're going to be super self-conscious about what they're looking like showing up to that picnic, basically. Anyways. Okay, and then I highlighted, but if Sean thinks I'm agonizing over what to wear for Elliot, shouldn't that bother him even a little bit? Apparently not. Okay, I'm curious. Do we think Sean should be more concerned? Do you think him acting too lax about this is like, buddy, I feel like you're a little too relaxed about this? Or do you think he should be more, like, worried about the situation? I think a little. Yeah, he should. Yes. I'd fold pretty easily. Yeah. Yep. I think so, too. I think he should. I think he should be caring a little more. I don't know if it's because he's just so chill that he's like, what up? And I think throughout these next chapters we see more of that chill side of him. But yeah, I think he should be more concerned about what's going on. But to be frank, he, I guess, doesn't really fully understand the full background of what her relationship with Elliot is. Yeah, he should be more concerned, especially since they are engaged. He's far too chill for a fiance. Yeah, I think he's being a little too lax, but we'll see if it bites him in the ass. Okay, so then I highlighted in the next page, I always tell myself that just having a mom presence is a big deal for her, but as we've just witnessed, am I even that? And does she need it? I half wonder whether what Sean mumbled to her before she came in as a reminder that she needs to make me feel welcomed here and to come say hi. I never felt that way about me and Dad. We loved each other, of course, but without Mom, we were both sort of lost, arms outstretched as we tried to fumble through each day. So Macy's kind of thinking about now if Phoebe's life, without a mom really is affecting her because Sean is so hands-on with her. And I think it's interesting because I think anytime, this is my pull from this book, anytime Macy brings up Phoebe in the book, I feel like it's some sort of correlation to, the loss of her mother, because Phoebe lost her mother, but she compares herself a lot to Phoebe, which makes sense, right? Phoebe technically doesn't have a mother in her life like that. Yeah, that little girl could care less. Yeah, I feel like she just always is comparing herself to her and being like, yeah, I didn't really have a relationship like that with my dad. Like, we were close, but not like that, Yeah, 100%. She's looking at herself. She's looking at I don't know, what maybe the situation could have been for her life. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. But I've noticed that anytime she brings up Macy, she's kind of comparing herself to Phoebe, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. I don't know. She's filling the void she has because of the loss of her mom, so Phoebe helps. Okay. Yeah, she's doing it for her younger self, neutral maybe. Yeah, that's true. Those are all things that could be true. Oh yeah, on the next page I wrote Macy's comparing her life to Phoebe's. Yeah, she goes, how would my life be different if Dad had been home more when I was little? How would it have been different if he died when I was 10, not Mom? Yeah, she was, reminiscing on what if her mom was the one that stayed alive and not her dad, and not her dad, basically. Sean raised little Phoebe hands on every second until she started school. It's kind of sad, no? I feel like it might be different for Phoebe because she never really had the mother figure to begin with. Yeah, that's true. So it doesn't affect her as much. And I think it also helps that Sean is so hands-on, right? He's literally has been raising her from such a young age that I don't know, maybe when she gets a little older, she might miss it a lot. I don't know. I personally don't know what that feels like, but maybe as she gets older, when, needing a mom more in your life at a certain age comes about, she'll feel it, but I don't know. Yeah, wait, how old is Phoebe again? Isn't she 8 or something? Six? Okay. 6. So Phoebe's 6. So 6 is still very young. Very, very young. Yeah, between 6 and 8. Yeah, she's still really young, so she's still very oh, my dad's my whole world. Yeah, it's always taking her to do all these different activities and things, all right. I watched it. Oh, I thought this was kind of weird. They showed up at the picnic, and Sean and Sabrina. So they're all at the picnic. Sabrina, Macy's best friend, best friend of 10 years, her old college roommate, her husband Dave, and Sean walk off in front of them, and Macy goes, "Those are some fine men," and then Sabrina's like, "What?" I was like, I literally said what out loud as well when I read "those are some fine men." I was like, what? Why'd she say that? That was kind of weird. Yeah, so random. Someone asked what chapter we're on. We are currently on page 156 in the book, in the actual book. I don't know if you are reading it somewhere else what the page is, but the chapter is now Saturday, October 14th. But yeah, it's page 156. Yeah, so that was a weird...
Hey, Shrek!
Oh! Hey, Shrek! Alicia with the sub. Thank you. Alicia. Probably Alicia. I never know how to say names right. But thank you. Anyways, all right, let's keep going. Oh, yeah, so when Elliot shows up at the picnic, right? Everyone shows up at the picnic, and Elliot is walking up, and Danny, did I say Dave? Why is it saying Danny? Am I getting them confused? Who's Danny and who's Dave? Oh my goodness. Danny is... Oh, yes, Macy's friend. And then Dave is Sabrina's guy. Okay, so Danny... Okay, right. Sorry, I got so confused. Thank you. Yeah, so Danny, Macy's friend, was like, is Elliot Macy's boyfriend? So that right there shows no one knows anything. No one even knows that Macy's engaged, which is so sad. It's like, what? Yeah, that was bizarre. I was like, what do you mean he's asking if Elliot's Macy's boyfriend? They haven't seen each other in 11 years. So that was bizarre to me. That I'm like, okay, clearly no one knows what's going on. Also, Macy talking, I think to Sabrina or something, but Sabrina reminds me I was that annoying friend who could find fault with anyone. Oh yeah, so Sabrina is kind of like, you were so picky about everyone that you dated. You would literally pick out every single flaw. And Macy starts naming off a bunch of people that she dated. Julian, Ashton, Jaden, Matt, Rob, and I was like, okay, wait, she's dated. She has experience in the dating world other than Elliot. Was anyone else shocked by that? I kind of thought she was a lone wolf, like a lone survivor. I did not think that she dated that many people. She gave the energy. Yeah, she gave the energy that she dated, like, just Elliot, and then, like, was single up until she met Sean. Yeah, I thought it was just Elliot. I thought she'd be, like, trapped on Elliot. I know. Yeah. So, I was shocked by that. Okay, so then on the next page, I wrote this little sticky note. And basically, during the picnic, I think she's starting to realize. Hold on. Okay, so Sabrina's like telling her, like, Sean's not really like a super warm, welcoming guy. He always like keeps everyone at arm's length, has limited interest in her friends, doesn't really have these super emotional conversations. But I wrote on my sticky note, I said, I think Macy likes Sean's coldness because after Elliot, she never let anyone else in after that. It makes her feel like no one is intruding. Do you agree with that? I think, yeah, so does Macy though, 100%. I think she likes Sean so much because he's so, like, standoffish. He's so cold that I think she finds that kind of comforting. She doesn't feel like anyone is intruding into her life or into her emotional little bubble that she's trying to protect. So I think that's why she kind of enjoys his presence. It's not difficult, and we learn more about that in the chapters that we read, that the relationship is very, like, almost like roommates. They don't really hang out with each other that much. They just have sex and call it a day. Yeah, he's low maintenance in their relationship. She doesn't have pressure. Yeah, it's just he keeps an arm's length, and she's like, I'm cool with that. I don't need that. And I think because she's still hung up on Elliot. I want to know what he did. I need to know what he did, guys. I'm like, I thought we were going to find out. We almost found out. Maybe when we read the next couple of chapters, we'll find out. But God, I thought we were going to find out. So anyways, Elliot, I guess, finally meets Sabrina. Sabrina loves a good hug. Elliot gives a great hug. I know. The fact that we haven't found out yet, it's crazy. I wanted to keep reading too, but I stopped myself because I don't trust myself with that information. I feel like I would say it. So, yeah, so then I guess when Elliot and Sean finally meet, the tension is clear in Elliot. Elliot, you can tell, is probably a little more on edge, and Sean is as relaxed as a motherfucking cat. Cats aren't even relaxed. I don't even know what I just said, but you know what I mean? Sean is so chill. He's like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm like, bro, you gotta worry a little bit more because she's gonna go. She's gonna giddy up and take off, dude. I read it all I needed to know. Oh my God, I'm jealous. I want to so bad, but I'm not going to. Okay. Sean made a dad joke and I absolutely like melted into my skin. He makes a comment, I guess, what, Sean, this is Elliot. So Macy goes, Sean, this is Elliot, my oldest friend. Right? And then Sean goes and winks at her. I thought I was your oldest friend. Do not. I was like, ah! I was like, I'm getting chills thinking about it. It was so like, I got secondhand embarrassment. I'm sorry. I'm not good with things like that. Yeah, I cringed. I hated it. Yep. Okay, glad we all agree on that. I know he goes, I thought I was your oldest friend. I'm like, oh my God. Someone tell him to stop. That would have, I'm sorry. That would have given me the ick, I think. That would have given me the ick. Oh, God. Why didn't I get it until just now? No, I literally, I crawled. Under a rock. Sorry. Ida, thank you for the sub. So anyways, yeah, that was weird. And then Sean, Mr. Cool Guy, when he shakes Elliot's hand, shakes his hand, turns to Macy, and then kisses her. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what? No, did anyone else get mad? I got so mad. Because he's just trying to be like this Rico Suave cool guy. He's like, oh yeah, I don't care. And then he's kind of like, mwah. And I was like, oh, why do you have to do that to her? That's like, she's going to be like weird about that. Yeah. I know, so passive aggressive. No. Yeah. That was so weird of him. I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Anyways, oh, and then yeah, Sabrina, her friend, is just not helping the situation because I guess Elliot is there with baby Alex, who is, oh no, baby Alex is his sister, sorry. I think baby Viv, right? Am I correct or wrong? He's with a baby. And Sabrina goes, oh yeah, okay. Ovary explode. Oh, with Phoebe. Oh, he's talking to Phoebe. Right. He's talking to Phoebe. And Elliot's like talking to her, asking her like, oh wait, show me how to draw this flower you made. And Sabrina goes up to Macy and goes, ovary explosion. I would literally making me feel like an idiot. I'd be so pissed. I'd be pissed. I'm like, dude, you're not helping me at all. Like, you're making me feel worse about myself. No, this whole chapter wasn't... I was waiting for this chapter, though. I was waiting for the picnic. I was on the edge of my chair for it. Okay. And then at the end of this chapter, I wrote down everything with Elliot is finally hitting her. I think she's finally realizing, like, you know, he's here. He's back in her life. And I think it took her a second to get there because she... So overwhelming, right? And she goes, he could be mine still. Why didn't I have this reaction when I should have 2 weeks ago? I'm like, well, girl, I mean, there's a lot going on. Like, I think it just took a second to finally feel like, okay, he's here and we're dealing with this. And then she goes, I reel back through all the things that have happened to me since our falling out. And other than Dad dying, nothing else feels all that significant. It's as if life was just on hold. I was moving along, getting things done, but not really living. Is that awful or fantastic? I have no idea. And I said that in the previous chapters. I said, I just feel like she's coasting through life, not really caring about it. She's just existing because nothing else mattered other than, like, the significance of her dad dying and losing Elliot. Yeah, it's just, I think she's just lost. It's so sad. I don't know. This is all a lot for me to take in too. Don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. I saw someone earlier put, this is so early for stream. Yeah, I'm sorry. Today was an early stream because there were things that were planned for later, and then Neza it's just the whole thing. But anyways, we're here, and we made it. Okay, so now we are gonna start talking about the next chapter, which is chapter 12 years ago, and it's page 167. Personally, I love the early stream because I have plans tonight. Hell yeah. W bits. Thanks, Yuzu, for the bits. Okay, so yeah, we're on the next chapter, page 167, then 12 years ago. Let's see, what is this one about? Oh, yeah, okay, so this is when, Elliot mentions to Macy that he's going to be taking classes at Santa Rosa. Let me see which... Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, this chapter is really intense. Anyways, yeah, so he mentions to her, I'm going to be taking classes next semester at Santa Rosa. And she's like, what? Santa Rosa's a college. And basically so impressed by him. And like, wow, I didn't know that you were so smart. I know. Where... I forgot. Hold on. I'm trying to think about how the conversation... Yeah, she goes, why didn't you tell me you were so special? And then he was like, I don't really think of myself that way. Yeah, my name was in the book. I glanced down at the book in his hand. Franny and Zoe, whatever the fuck is it? But I was like, that's my name. Guys, I will say my name is so uncommon that when I read it, I was like, I thought I was like seeing shit at first. I was like, what? Why is my name in this book? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess they start talking about prom. He was like, I went to a prom. I forgot how this came up. How did the prom thing come up? I'm trying to find it. Oh, okay. What else is new? That's how it kind of started. What else is new? And then I guess he was like trying to say a bunch of other things and then went to prom and he like mumbled it. And Macy was like, what? What do you mean you went to prom? What do you mean? And she goes, but you're a sophomore. I went with a junior. Was he cute? So funny she said that. Can we all talk about that? Can we all talk about how she goes, was he cute? Because she wanted him to be like, oh, he went with a guy friend. and he goes, ha ha, she is fine looking. I would have absolutely smashed my head on a brick wall, to be honest with you. I would have been like, cool. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. No, so jealous already. It's so funny. Her name is Emma. I made a face. He ignored it. Fine looking, I repeated. What a roaring compliment. I'm like, girl, scream it for the people in the back. Let them know that you are pissed. Clearly, Macy doesn't like Emma. Obviously, you know. We know why. And then Elliot goes, yeah, we've known each other for forever. Eva! What did I say with an accent? I don't even know what kind of accent that was. Okay. Sorry. That was weird. I scared myself. Anyways, we've known each other forever. And she just was like, forever. My stomach twisted. Was it British? Okay, British. I'll take it. And then obviously Macy's instigating, like, did you kiss her? Macy needs to know everything that's going on with Emma. Needs to know because she's absolutely gonna combust, because I would too, right? I love her jealousy, makes me feel seen, right? It's funny because every girl, I would say majority of girls are like this, except she's more, I think she's just really comfortable with him where she feels comfortable to like ask these questions. I feel like sometimes you don't feel comfortable enough to bring this up to someone, which is funny. But yeah, she's freaking out. So she asked, did you kiss her? His cheeks pinked, and I had my answer. Elliot had kissed someone. She is finally finding out that Elliot has kissed someone. Maybe he had kissed a lot of someone's. I would have thought the same thing. And then he this made me like go like this. He goes, what's your update? And she goes, I had my first orgasm. Why? And then obviously Elliot's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, she's like, oh, you kissed someone? Well, I orgasmed. And we're like, what? You look so dumb. Why are you doing this? Yeah, she was trying to one-up him, and it was like, it was so bizarre. I was like, what? I think she wanted to make him jealous by being like, oh yeah, like, I did it with someone. By myself? Oh my god, I'm scared. This is so weird. I feel like this is illegal. Oh my god, that was so weird doing it by myself. I mean, I normally do it by myself, but to rip that with no one else in the room is so funny. Oh my god, okay. You guys got my heart racing. Holy moly. Okay. Anyways, back to book club. So I guess she was just trying to make Elliot jealous, thinking like someone touched me, but like that wasn't the vibe. She just wanted to you know, say something ridiculous to make him jealous. Yeah, and then they just were talking, you know, she's just kind of like, she's just so intrusive. I guess I'm realizing that.
Hey, Shrek!
Hey, Shrek! Sorry, I always have to pause. Selena with the sub! Thank you! Yeah, and then they just start talking about just more of that, right? Yeah, and then Elliot's like, oh, I think about girl parts and dragons and wrists and ears and skins and legs. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, girls? My blood heated with jealousy. And then she, any girls in particular? What do you think he's gonna say? You think he's gonna be like, yeah, Emma, you, Stacy, Patricia, Linda, Sally? What do you expect him to say right there? Come on. And then he's like, sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, dragons. Insane. Anyways. Done with that chapter. Them talking about kissing and orgasms and all that stuff. Yeah, she asks so many questions. She's so intrusive. Macy's a little problematic. I mean, I love her. We love her, but we need to, like, she's at 100. Maybe go to 97%. Just a little, just, you know? Yeah, she doesn't know what she's doing. Someone goes, she's just a teenage girl. She's just lost in the sauce. Anyways, next chapter. We are on now, Saturday, October 14th, page 177. Okay. Okay, so, hold on one second. So I think Macy's beginning to realize that Sean is just kind of in his own little bubble, and he kind of doesn't really pay attention to her or her life, and is like, has he always been this way? And then I put, she got engaged with never bringing him around any of her friends, question mark. Like, I'm just so confused how you get engaged to someone that you haven't brought around the people that are most important in your life. Yeah, it's just so insane to me. And I think she's realizing that, or she's beginning to have these fearful thoughts that, has he just always been this way? Like, very, like, you know, Phoebe obviously the priority, but, like, does his own thing, is in his own bubble. He'll pop in, but he hops right back into his bubble, and he has no intention, or he has no, has no desire to really be involved in Macy's life at all. Like, her outside life other than just sex. I don't know. I think Sean is just holding on to her for Phoebe. Yeah, which is so interesting. I feel like at that age, I would be more inclined to not do that. I would want to just date someone for a long time before settling down and bringing someone in to what is the life of me and my 6-year-old daughter. He wants a roommate with benefit. Yeah, it's just so strange. So yeah, I think she's beginning to realize, like, shit, Sean, she's seeing many things that she didn't see before. Sean isn't really the guy she thought he was, I guess. What is, sorry, I'm like trying to like see what the, what? Where are we? Hold on. Oh, this is still at the park. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So this is still we're still at the picnic at this point. Got it. Everyone's leaving the picnic. And she's realizing, wow, he really does, Sean really doesn't, he only pops in for a second, then he does his own thing. And it's kind of bothering her. Anyways, they're leaving the picnic, and Elliot goes, just wondering when we could get together next. Why? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? When are we going to get together next? I'm engaged. I'm engaged. I'm engaged. There's no... What? What? What do you fucking mean, Elliot? She goes, oh. Dude. No. I can't even... I think I have some time off around Thanksgiving. And then, guys, oh my God. And then obviously Elliot goes on to say that his brother Andreas is getting married in December on New Year's Eve, and he wants her to go with him to the wedding. What do you mean? He wants to go to the wedding with her. Yeah. Like, I'm just actually thinking, look, this is what I'm thinking. If this was a for real situation in my life, the thing is, it just doesn't seem realistic. Oh my God. Anyways, yeah, and her fiance's about 50 steps in front of her putting Phoebe in the car, and Elliot's over here being like, you want to come to my brother's wedding with me? On New Year's Eve, on a big, significant holiday that people normally spend with their significant other? Look, what are we talking about? Anyway, I literally go, what do we think of this? Okay, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. What are we thinking about this? What do we think about Elliot asking Macy to go to their wedding, to his brother's wedding on New Year's Eve? Bold as fuck. That's weird. I'm sorry. He has some waifos. Dude, I know. That is so crazy. I'm just confused because it's like, are you doing it because you are trying to win her back, or you just genuinely want to be around her? I don't know. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, and then she's like, come away with me for the weekend, spend 40, or like, she's thinking like this, we're gonna be away for a weekend, 48 hours with Elliot. I mean, he broke up with his girlfriend the day he saw her. Yeah, I think he's also very, like, I want that, and he goes for it, which I appreciate, but boundaries are a little bit, right? She's not gonna be able to resist that temptation. I agree. He knows he wants to be with her. Maybe he's just planning ahead. I guess they're setting a big dramatic scene. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I couldn't even believe he asked her that. Anyways, let's keep going. He can't expect her to just drop everything like he did. Yeah, that's the thing. He went and just dumped his girlfriend, which, okay, that's on you. And then expects her to, like, drop everything, which I feel like she's about to anyways. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Anyways, next chapter. So the next chapter that we're going on is on page 185, then Saturday, July 9th, 12 years ago. Okay. This chapter is crazy. It's the roof chapter. If you know, you know. 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 All right, here we go. Here we go. So, Macy is on the roof of the Petropolis's house, I think, or her garage roof, someone's roof, with Elliot and Andreas, her brother. It's them three. And a car pulls up, and it's Emma. Emma pulls up in the car. I literally put a sticky note. Oh, no. I just love putting little sticky notes for reactions just so I can remember what I said out loud. She pulls, apparently she's like dropping off magazines or something. I don't know, some papers, who knows. And then she looks at Andreas, and goes, who is that? And he goes, some chick, Emma from school. Emma, prom Emma? Does he like her? Macy, with the questions, girl. Just stop asking questions. And then Andreas is like, bring your girlfriend up here to meet your other girlfriend. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna fucking throw up. Yeah. Like, literally insane. Oh, yeah, his reaction to recognizing the honk, right? When she honks or something, he's like, shit. He's like, fuck, my other girly pop just got here. Yeah. Okay. Also, I just want to say, Emma going, Elliot's never mentioned you. Okay. You want to play that game? Don't worry. I'll throw it right back at you, dude. Yeah. Emma, ma'am, those are fighting words on my block. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I couldn't even... Elliot's never mentioned you. Couldn't even believe that. Anyways. And then, Macy goes saying his words from only a week before when he's been on the brink of sleep on the roof and admitted quietly that he was more himself with me than anyone else cycled through my mind. So she's obviously questioning everything. She's like, wait, does he have this same connection with Emma? Which I would probably think the same thing. Is he like two-timing us? And then she goes, I was reminded that most of Elliot's world existed without me because they only see each other. They're not even seeing each other every single weekend. Sometimes, but holidays, weekends, it's like not this consistent thing. And obviously, she starts going ham on the questions, dude. So many. She's like, do you still kiss her? Do you have a girlfriend? I will say, guys, wait, I'm curious. Do you actually think he was dating Emma? Because a part of me thinks he was slightly kind of leading them both on a little bit. Do we think so? Or is that just me? Yes. Okay, low key, I think so too. I think so. Yes. Low key a little, yeah. I think Emma Def wanted him, but he was not down. Okay, yeah, that's true. I feel like this is what it is. Emma wanted him, and she was giving him... This is typical boy. She was giving him the intention. Obviously, Macy isn't always around, and he just kind of liked the attention, so he kind of fed into it, but never had the intention of actually dating her. That's what I think it was. Which, typical boy behavior. Like, if a boy sees a girl that is giving him attention, even if he doesn't think she's cute, if he doesn't like her, he rides that wave because that's boys. Anyways. So then, obviously, Macy, do you have a girlfriend? And then he's like, no, Macy, I've been with you every day this summer. I wouldn't do that if I had a girlfriend. Which, okay, true. Got that. So she's obviously spiraling, which is fair. And then I guess she, wait, what is it? I guess she finds out that Emma was the girl he kisses, right? And then she's like, have you kissed a lot of girls? And I guess she's upset. She's like, I feel like we aren't actually as close because I didn't know you kissed her or whatever. Do we think Elliot should have told Macy about the kisses? That was one of my questions. Do we think that he should be telling Macy that? I don't know. I know, so complicated. I'm back and forth about it. Yeah, but okay, low-key not her business. That's kind of how I felt. I'm like, he doesn't owe her anything. He doesn't owe having to tell her, like, because at the end of the day, there's this, like, underlying, like, tension between them. So I'm sure if you have this underlying tension with someone else, you wouldn't want to upset. But he explains it. He's like, I didn't say anything to you because I know if I heard that would upset me. So it's just weird. I don't know. I think no, because they never had a conversation about what they are and where their relationship was headed towards. So I don't think he owes her that. But yeah, I think it is weird. If you have like this weird, I don't know. Yeah, she's just jealous and is hiding it with best friends tell each other everything talk. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. And obviously he's like, Macy, don't be mad. I'm not mad. Why would I be mad? Girl, you're mad. You're mad. Obviously. But we all can agree. This is my other question. We all can agree that she's actually jealous, right? Or do you think it's because she's, you know, best friends tell me everything, right? It's 100. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, and then she goes, I'm not your girlfriend. I'm just your best friend who apparently knows nothing about you. I was like, oop. And I have to remind myself that at this point, they're like 16. I think Elliot's 17, right? They're a little older now, you know? They're not preteens, they're not young teens, they're in their later teens. So that's a little on the older end when it comes to talking. I feel like this type of conversation is more serious at that age. You know what I mean? Oh no. I have a sticky note that says fuck off. I wonder what's under there. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is the best part. I'm getting chills. Can you see them? Probably not. Okay, Elliot goes on to say, I fooled around with Emma because she's here. You're in Berkeley and we're not together. Who else am I supposed to kiss? And then obviously she's thinking, who else am I supposed to kiss? She goes, I wanted to touch those buns, press my hands to them, and for the first time I realized I didn't want anyone else touching them. And then Elliot goes, oh, and then when he goes, who else am I supposed to kiss? She goes, I don't know. Mumbles, I don't know. And he goes, then come over here. You kiss me. And then she goes, what? And he goes, kiss me. Are you kidding me? The fuck? I know, I literally screamed when I couldn't even believe it. I was like, this finally. I feel like they've been dating for 4 years and they just started kissing. Okay, anyways. I couldn't believe it. Take a lap? Okay. I think I need this. I think the lap is needed. I think the guy downstairs is gonna yell at me too. Okay. Here we go. And then at the bottom of this page, they're just like, it's so like sexual and you're just like, what? She's like, I ran my tongue over his fingertip. It tasted like jelly. Couldn't even believe it. he looked like he was going to devour me. Someone needs to turn this into a movie or a TV show. I don't care. Someone's got to turn it into it. And then she's just, you know, like, this is everything I've ever wanted type of thing. So I guess he, like, puts his back up on her ribs or something. Yeah, I think he, like, put his hand either in her shirt or, like, on the side of her. Okay, look, my hair is falling apart now because I keep running. Whatever. Oh, it's all good. So yeah, so I guess Elliot put his hand on the side of her body or something, and she, like, kind of, like, stepped back, and he was like, I'm sorry, shit, Mace, that was, like, you know, that was too quick, sorry. And then she goes, no, it's just, this killed me. Doing that might not mean anything to Emma, I said, but it means everything to me. And scene. And scene. And then at the end of this chapter, I wrote the thens. Like, you know how there's, like, the then chapter and the now chapters? I feel like the then chapters are getting more interesting. Because I will say, when I first started reading this book, I was more excited to read the now chapters because I felt like the then was just more like, oh, these, like, sweet, innocent little kids, just, like, little crushes. And now the then chapters are getting just as exciting as the now. So I'm, like, getting really reeled in right now. Yeah, this is crazy. Crazy. Alright, so next chapter, guys. We're almost there. Don't you worry, we're almost there. Honestly, we might make it to 3 hours at this point. Holy shit. Okay, so the next chapter is now Saturday, October 14th. And, I guess Sean comes home and I wrote, uh-oh. You see that? No, but I said, uh-oh, Dedilio. She makes a comment and goes to herself, Macy does, but I realized watching him today that I don't actually know him that well. This was at the picnic, so this was still picnic day, but when they got home later. But I realized watching him today that I don't actually know him that well. He and Phoebe have their own thing going, but if I want to be a part of it, I need to make myself a part of it. So Phoebe and Sean's world is their own little bubble, and Macy's starting to feel like she has to make herself a part of that world. It's not that she's not just a part of it. She has to put herself in it, which makes sense. And then at the bottom, she goes, to help me assuage this feeling gnawing at my chest that he and I are never going to make it. So she's finally fully thinking, like, Sean and I might not, are never going to make it. That thought finally was, like, forefront, which is crazy because I feel like this whole time she's been kind of back and forth and, oh, you know, Sean gets me and I love Sean, but now it's becoming more, we're never gonna make it, which is crazy. Her only just now realizing it is wild. I know. Girl finally let it go. That's so funny. Yeah. And then she does make a comment in her mind or in the book. I realize in this moment that we've never argued. I don't even know how it looks to disagree because they started bickering about meeting everyone. What did she say? Oh, she goes, try not to sound so enthusiastic, because he was just like, sure, they were great. And she's like, don't sound too excited to meet my friends. And then I think in that moment she realized, wow, we've never really bickered or had an argument because we don't ever see each other than for an hour each day or having sex. I wrote Macy and Sean are just roommates who have sex. And And then, you know, she's starting to realize, has it always been this way and I didn't notice? He gave her nothing. Yeah, you know, Sean's interesting because even though he's so mature and I feel like deep down genuinely is a great guy, but I feel like this just isn't it, right? It's just he's not for Macy. Do we think this is all coming up now because the Elliot thing? We can all agree on that, right? Like everything is now opening her eyes like, whoa. Yeah. Because that feeling that she's getting from Elliot, she's not feeling from Sean. And now I feel like she remembered that feeling, but now that it's here and she can fully feel it in the present right now, it is making her really compare her relationship to Sean. I feel like his ex-wife messed him up. Honestly, yeah. I mean, he even said it. He was like, I never got time to get over my ex. I just had to learn how to deal with that feeling, which is true. I feel like that's a lot of, you know, relationships when they end. Sometimes you don't get over it. You just kind of learn how to live with that feeling, which is sad. You eventually do get over it, but not at the rate that you are able to. She forgot what being in love felt like. Yeah, they relate on being messed up from the past. They both need their exes for real. I know, dude. I know it, man. What else is going on in this chapter? Oh, yeah. So this is where Sean is like, because obviously they're like kind of going back and forth, whatever. I think he's like kissing her on the neck, right? I'm trying to remember how they got into the conversation. Whatever it may be. Anyways, they're in bed, I think, and Sean runs his hand over my hip, goes, babe, I think you need to figure out what you want. T. I meet his eyes. What I want? Yeah, he says, nodding. Me, Elliot, neither of us. If she ends up with neither one of them, I'm gonna lose my shit. If that's what is this foreshadowing? Because I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, he's like saying this while they're about to have sex too. It's just crazy. And then, you know, Macy goes, does it matter to you that things are obviously so weird between us? And he goes, of course it matters to me, but I've been through these ups and downs and I just can't let them rule me. I can't control what you're feeling. Which, look, Sean sucks, kind of, but he's also great. He is such a understanding partner. He's such an understanding partner, and a lot of men would not react that way. To be completely honest with you, a lot of them would have been like, well, I don't know, there may be more of a fit, who knows, but clearly he's kind of like, okay, I see something's wrong, like, you need to figure out what you want. Yeah, and you see, like, she says it here. The thought of Sean walking out is like a little bit of vague relief, but the thought of Elliot walking out is a punch to the stomach. And I literally go, leave Sean, girl. Leave him. If you're feeling that way about someone, you're not meant to be with them. And she's like, God, this is the weirdest situation ever, which I agree. If I was in a situation like that, I would be like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. We're almost there, guys. Don't you worry. All right, next chapter. Then Saturday, the September 10th, 12 years ago. Okay, so I made a note in here that it is now 3 months since they kissed. And that was and in those 3 months they did not kiss. That was the one kiss they had when they were teenagers, and then fast forward to 3 months. And then I guess she said we hadn't kissed again, but I really wanted to. I guess that they were in the closet reading a book or something, right? I think Sean is checked out low key. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. He's hard to read because he's so like laid back. I can't tell if he's actually upset or he's like, whatever. Like if it works, it works. You know, it's so hard to tell. Yeah, not kissing for 3 months, right? So we're back to then with Elliot and Macy. They're reading a book, or Elliot's reading a book, and I guess, do you think about me when you're back there? His words came out sharply, I guess, when she's back at home. Because he asks her what she wants for Christmas, and she's like, isn't it kind of early to be asking me that? It's September. He's like, I just want to get you something nice, whatever. And then she's like, of course I do. Like, of course I think about you all the time. You're my best friend. And he goes, your best friend. I can hear the way he's saying it. I would be barking at him every day. Yeah, I feel like I can hear him say, your best friend, kind of like a disappointed, your best friend. Because it's like, what is going on, you know? My heart dipped low in my chest almost painfully. Well, you're more too. You're my best everything. I love that she calls him that. Like, you're not just my best friend, you're my best everything. It just, I love it. You kissed me this summer and then acted like nothing happened. So it looks like they kissed and she just kind of went on with her dandy life and pretended it didn't happen, and it kind of threw Elliot in for a loop. Which makes sense because Elliot, as from what we have read, seems very mature and probably be trying to navigate that situation with someone who is pretending that didn't even happen, is showing a little immaturity and also like, what the fuck is going on, especially at 17. And then he goes, it felt like you liked it a lot, and I did too, and I can't stop thinking about it. And she's like, really? He's like, yeah, Mace. And then you got weird. I mean, I don't know. I just really don't know what to say about it. Okay, but I did make a note. She does say something where basically inclines. She acted like nothing happened because she couldn't bear the thought of losing Elliot. So she thought, like, if we keep doing this, if we date and then we break up, I'm going to lose him forever. And he's like, Mace, I'm not going anywhere. I need you the same way you need me, okay? And then she was like, do you think about me? Sometimes it feels like I think about you every minute. What the fuck? Yeah, so, I mean, I get it. I get why she maybe didn't act, But also, what are you going to do? There's not really much that, like, if you want to be with him, you're going to have to just take that risk. Or just talk to him about it. Just, say, hey, look, I know it was really weird. I don't really know where I want this to go, but I don't want to lose you. Whatever that means, I don't want to lose you, whether that's we stay friends or we date. I just can't. I don't know, just, like, communicate. At the end of the day, communication is your best friend. Whether that's with a friend, a best friend, a partner, a family member, communicate. That's how everything gets solved. Yeah, what if it does work out? What if, but she just doesn't know how to handle it. What happens here? Oh, yeah, she starts asking, I'm wondering how it works. Huh? And he goes, you're asking me how dicks work? I mean, I get it. She doesn't have sisters or not many friends that are going to talk to her about that. But just, I think it's so funny how after that conversation, she's like, so how does it work? He's like, what? And then he goes, you can't even handle talking about kissing, and you want me to tell you what it's like when I get myself off? I would have screamed. I would have been like, oh my God. That's my scream. Oh my God. And then she goes, you know, I compare every boy to you. We are in revelation territory. Admissions lead to love, and admitting love is like tying yourself to a train track. Yep. Admitting that there's love there is like tying yourself to a train track. That got me right here, guys. So maybe your best everything should be your boyfriend. That's what Elliot says to her. And she goes, maybe. And then he goes, maybe. Maybe your best everything should be your boyfriend. I agree. Do we all agree? Do we all agree that that's what should be happening? I just don't get it. I just don't. I mean, I get it, but I don't. It's so crazy to me. Anyways. My hair. I'm like starting to hate what my hair is doing, but I mean, what are we gonna do about it at this point? It's just falling. I look like I have a little like George Washington bob. Anyways, let's keep going. Next chapter. Yeah, he's smooth. He's very, like, Rico Suave, dude. He's got game. I'll give him that. Okay, so, yeah. We're now on the next chapter. The Now chapter, Thursday, October 26th, page 217. So this is where Sabrina and Macy are having a conversation. It's kind of like this is her, what is it? What is it called? Oh God, what is it called? A, intervention. I was gonna say convention! This is when Sabrina is trying to have her intervention with Macy and kind of just be like, girl, what's going on? Which I think is a great friend. I think that's what friends are for, right? Anyways, this chapter is basically like, hey, Macy, honestly, I've never seen you as happy as you were when Elliot arrived. And that's really it. What did I put here? Oh, this is interesting. Sabrina makes a comment to Macy and says, like, when they were in college, when they were, younger, she said, when you went out with guys, it was like you were slinking out and sneaking back in at night as if there was someone who might be mad that you'd been on a date. She, Elliot wasn't in her life, but she acted as if he was, which is funny. It's like the relationship they had when they were teenagers, which is also sad. So, yeah, it's just... Yeah, she's just saying, like, I feel like Sean is just another version of what you and those old other guys had. It's just, like, this very surface-level, convenient relationship. Yeah, Sabrina gets it. Sabrina gets it. She gets it. Hold on, I'm trying to get it. He's like, Sabrina. She goes, when you think about kissing Elliot, what does it make you feel? And of course, Macy's like, oh, it makes me feel wild. I know what he sounds like in bed. I know he learned how to touch and kiss and give me pleasure because he learned with me. all these crazy memories popping up. Which is insane. Yeah, this chapter I was like team Sabrina. Yeah, whatever the fuck happened between them better have been awful, because why are they not together? Trust me, guys, on the same boat, on the same wavelength. But you know what? You want to know what? It's gonna be something so dumb, and I'm gonna rip my book in half. That's what I'm gonna do. And then at the end of this chapter, she gets a text from Elliot going, "Hey, have you talked to Sean yet about New Year's?" Because obviously she's got to talk to Sean. And he's like, "I'd love for you to come with me. Great chance for you to do some research for a wedding you don't feel like planning." Great. Turned my phone around, showing it to Sabrina, and she laughed, shaking her head. Intervention complete. I feel like that was like a nice little cherry on top, right? Okay, I made another note. 5 months since the last then. So it was 3 and now it's 5. So now we're on then Saturday, January 14th, 11 years ago. So I guess they're talking about, I guess Macy's talking to Elliot about how like girls suck, just a bunch of gossip and drama, and like Nikki being upset with her because she wasn't invited to something, whatever. And then I guess they're talking about spring formal, and Elliot goes, "You should take me to your spring formal." Forward and direct. Someone says you're gonna go run a mile after. Oh, gonna go run a mile after I find out. Me too. But yeah, the fact that he goes, "You should take me to spring formal." I love how just assertive he is, but not too much. He just knows exactly what to say and when to say it. Yeah, so direct. We love it. And then, "You are the girl I want. I want to be together." What is going on? "Why can't everyone be like you? I can't be enough of your world that it feels like everyone is. Or I can be enough of your world that it feels like everyone is." What the fuck? "Say I wouldn't if I could kiss you." What do you mean Elliot goes, "I can be enough of your world that it feels like everyone is"? Because, Macy's like, "Why can't everyone be like you?" What do you mean that was his response? These authors, they get it. They got it. Elliot got Riz. Yeah, he got the Riz. And then at the end, she goes, "It was getting harder and harder to ignore that I really, truly loved Elliot." Also, I love the name Elliot. Absolutely love that name. Okay. We are... All right, yeah. We are on the last chapter, you guys. We are on the last chapter. Fun in the sun. And it's now, Wednesday, November 8th. So after that one text during lunch with Sabrina that she got from Elliot, things with Elliot snowballed. And we're doing something we didn't do even in high school, and we're talking nearly every day. So Elliot and Macy are now talking every single day. What is going on? Why are you with Sean? Oh, and I remember Sabrina. I didn't say this, but Sabrina in the last chapter did say something along the lines of or in the chapter where Sabrina was like trying to convince her like you should leave Sean and be with Elliot. Sabrina basically was like, you should just give it another shot with Elliot, because what are you going to lose? You've already lost him. You know what that feeling feels like, and you know how to handle it. You might as well try it again. And I was like, yeah, Sabrina, you know exactly what to say. Like, girl, leave the other man. Isn't she literally sleeping on the couch? I know, dude. Yeah, she is sleeping on the couch at this point because she's like, I'm gonna go sleep on the couch because I don't know what I want. I'm like, clearly you know what you want. Okay. So now, you know, Macy makes a comment, I'm sure I could leave and he would be fine with that too. Like, she could leave Sean and he would be okay with it. I wrote down, do we think Sean would actually be upset if she called everything off? Do we think deep down he's actually going to be upset? I need to know what your guys' opinions are. No, he literally would not. Nope. Absolutely not. I can't really tell. I think maybe at first he would be upset, like, damn, this sucks, but I think it wouldn't be like a heartbreak like that. You know what I mean? He'd live. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, sure, you know? And then she goes, but the critical truths that we aren't really in love, never have been. And then I made a comment with the sticky note right here. Sorry. I said, high key, applaud Sean for prioritizing his daughter. I know Macy mentions it a bit, but I think it should be that way, especially when you're dating. Yeah, she does mention a lot. I feel like throughout this book, like, he's always focusing on Phoebe. He's always, like, putting his energy towards Phoebe, which I think is the right thing to do, especially, you know, Macy's not her mom. They're not married. They're just dating. So I think it's smart of him to do that, right? Yeah, W dad, for sure. I think maybe a little different, obviously, if you're married and you have to, like, prioritize that marriage and your daughter as well. But you're just dating someone. I think the way he's doing it is good. Like, I would 100% prioritize my child over, like, a boyfriend, you know? He loves his daughter more than anything. Yeah, I do love that. I love that he does prioritize her throughout the book, taking her to places and, you know, Macy kind of having to insert herself, which I get. Like, you kind of have to, like, build up to that. But also, Macy brings it up a lot, but I think it's just because you guys have only been dating for a couple of months. I think it would be a little different if they were together for a couple of years. And then, you know, Macy's like, I realized Sabrina was right. I haven't been living without him. I've been merely surviving with Elliot. And then, oh yeah, this is when she like runs into Elliot, right? She's like, yeah, like, this is Elliot's stomping ground. So she, like, meets up with him and meets him at a park or something. Tells Elliot that, you know, my financial advisor is telling me I gotta sell one of my houses. I shouldn't have both of them. And then they're just like, they're like going back and forth with such weird, like, little things like, I have you though. And, like, do you love Sean? Like, it's just a really deep conversation that's going on. It made me a little uncomfortable, to be honest. And he goes, do you love Sean? I've seen you in love. It doesn't look like you're in love with him. Elliot's calling it out as he should. As he should. Right? And then he goes, it hurt that much, what I did. When are we going to talk? And I thought they were going to start talking about it. I thought they were going to finally be like, this is what happened. And then, of course, the conversation went south, went somewhere else, and I was pissed. And then I think, you know, Elliot starts talking about, I think he's realizing, like, I think you're just staying because of Phoebe. No, I know. I thought they were going to say it. Dude, I was, like, on edge. I was like, come on. You got it, girl. You got it. Come on, you got it. And then, yeah, so Sean's like, I think you're basically only here for Phoebe. You're staying around for Phoebe. And she goes, she doesn't need me. And then he goes, she might need a mom when she gets her period, he says quietly, or when her friends are jerks. Maybe she'll have a friend in a closet who listens to her instead. The fuck? I can't do this shit, dude. I'm gonna start crying. No. And then he goes, favorite word. Wait, he pebbles the toss and your voices. He remembers pushing off the bench to stand and move toward me. Yeah, I think he asked favorite word. Oh, no. Macy says favorite word? Who says favorite word? I forgot. But the word is limerance. Oh, yeah, no, it's Macy. Limerance. And it's the state of being infatuated with another person. And Elliot's eyes shoot up to mine, and he goes, you're... Oh, Elliot asks it? Is it Elliot? Oh, watch his tongue dart out. Yeah. Okay, so Elliot does. Sorry. So Elliot asks, yeah. Wait. Oh, Elliot asks, yes, and then she says limerence, and then he goes, you're terrible. Okay, got it. Which is the state of being infatuated with another person. Insane. And then he asks, are you happy? And then they talk about it, and I guess she's like, are you happy? Or no, she asks, are you happy to him? And he goes, I'll admit I feel more of it being near you. And then he goes, are you happy? I haven't been. And they're both just like, yeah, we're more happy with each other in each other's lives, whatever. And being near you again has made me realize that you make me feel so many things. It's like, what's going on? What is going on? I wasn't trying to talk you into staying with Sean, by the way. I just think you're being too hard on yourself. Okay, also, Elliot goes, since they're talking about the whole Sean and Macy situation, Elliot goes, but in some ways, he's your dad, talking about Sean, in this scenario, and you're the woman who came after your mom. Sean doesn't have as much to give, but you understand why. After all, you wouldn't want to try to replace anyone. So it's interesting, like seeing her dynamic with Sean and Phoebe. It's as if seeing her own dynamic with her father and herself. I love him. But yeah, I mean, and she goes, why are you so good to me after everything? When she said that, I was like, okay, so did you mess it all up? Did Macy mess it up, right? And then he goes, because I love you. Oh, God, dude, I can't. Dude. Yeah, I mean, this is just getting unbelievable. Let me tell you, dude. Okay, yeah, so... Wait, what's the next chapter? We'll just read one chapter together because it is not long, but it is it's, decent amount of pages. But what are our thoughts at this moment? What are we thinking? What's going on? I mean, we talked a lot. I talked a lot, but I feel like we discussed a lot in the midst of all of this. So I feel like we kind of covered it all. But is there anyone that has a question, that has something they want to bring to the table that they didn't have a chance to? Can we just read the rest of the book by next week? Dude, I know. I'm like right there with you. I think Macy just needs to go with Elliot at this point. Final thoughts. What the fuck happened, bruh? I know. Yes. I'm just... I mean, look, you can go... If you are like, I need to know what's going on... You 100% can go ahead and finish the book. Just whenever we're talking over it, not to say anything that will spoil the book for anyone. Oh, yeah. How the F is this gonna be explained to Phoebe? Like, she was so used to this woman, now gone, poof. Yeah, I don't get why they got engaged so quickly like that. You know? I hope Macy doesn't drag her relationship with Sean more than this. I hope that she just ends it. I hope it's like done. Finito. She just settled because she could. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page, guys. We all have agreed on the same thing. Okay, so I think do we want to read another chapter altogether? We can just read one more altogether. Since you know we've been on for quite some time, so. Okay, yes. Okay, everyone wants to read the next chapter. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Okay, so let's wait for everyone to get there. So we're on page 241. That's where we're going to start reading. It's then Saturday, June 3rd, 11 years ago. Let's let everyone get there. Page 241. Saturday, June 3rd, 11 years ago. Yeah, okay, if you're ready, say yes or say ready. Or just let a girl know. Ready. Ready. Yes. Ready, Freddy. Ready, ready, ready. Ready, Eddie. Meddy, Teddy, Letty, Ketty, Setty, Daddy, Hetty, Meddy. Okay. All right, we're good to go then. Party people. And like I said, if something pops up, because I'm obviously not going to be able to be reading chat, obviously if something pops up that catches my attention, I'll just stop and we can talk about it. Okay, here we go. Dad and I packed up our lives for a summer to be spent in Heldsburg. Nervous clawing took up residence in my stomach. Everything felt different this summer. We'd finished junior year and were on the cusp of being seniors. School seemed more interesting, friends seemed less dramatic, and although Elliot and I hadn't gone to my spring formal together, what? I hadn't gone at all. Okay, that makes me feel better. Actually, summer always felt like when things between the two of us shifted monumentally. I was 17, Elliot was nearly 18. Last summer, we had kissed. We'd admitted to feelings, and ever since, he looked at me differently, more like something to be devoured than something to be protected. Love that. As much as I tried to think we could stay the kind of friends we'd always been, I knew I always wanted more. He was already one of the two most important people in my life. Instead of worrying about losing him, I had to focus on how to keep him. I was draped on the pillows in the corner when he stepped into the room the Saturday after our arrival. Hey, you, he said. I would have been like, hey. At the sound of his voice, I jumped up and ran to him, flinging my arms around his neck. It was a different sort of hug. Instead of creating the careful triangle embrace we'd always managed, shoulders touching, nothing else, I pressed my front all along his, from my chest to my stomach to my hips. Of course, I knew he was the same Elliot from only a few weeks ago, the last time we'd been to the house, but after all my nervous obsessing over what the summer might be like, I suddenly didn't feel like the same Macy. Okay, so things are getting spicy. Things are getting exciting. They're finally, I feel like, jumping in to the relationship that they've been wanting to be in. He froze for a moment and then reacted with this tiny, perfect grunt of relief. Bending, he wrapped his arms around me and exhaled a quiet, hey, against the top of my head. For a few breaths, everything went still, and my entire world was the feeling of Elliot's heart beating against mine, and the way his hand spread across my lower back. I'm so excited it's summer, I said into his neck. He stepped back, still smiling. Me too. There it was again. The breathless silence between us, and then he broke it, brandishing 2 books in his hand. Brandishing. Why did I say brandishing? Sorry. Brandishing 2 books in his hand. I bought you something to read. Something for our library? He laughed dryly. Not really. You may not want to leave these out. His words confused me until I looked at the covers. Delta of Venus by Anais Nin and Tropic of Cancer by Henry Miller. I was enough of a book nerd to know these were not books I would already find in my high school's library. What are these? I asked, seeking confirmation. He shrugged. Erotic literature. When did you get them? A couple of years ago. I read them in January. I swallowed thickly. After my revelation that things were definitely changing between me and Elliot, these books felt like blistering rocks in my hands. Okay. He got her some horny books, which is so funny. Like, they're so into books that they're like, I got you, don't worry. This is gonna get you. Elliot flopped down on the futon. You're all curious about boys and sex. I thought you might want to read them. I felt my entire face heat and handed the books back, avoiding his eyes. Oh, that's okay. What? Why'd she act like that? She's no fun. I was ready for a step forward, but the idea of sex and Elliot sent me into lightheaded territory. That's okay, he asked. Incredulous? Sorry. I can't read. I'm not sure I'd like them. My voice was thick. The lie didn't want to roll off my tongue. He smirked. Cool. Well, I'm done with them anyway. If it's okay, I'll leave them here. She's embarrassed. Dirt girl, don't be nervy. I know. She got a little like, wait, hold on. Okay. Anyways. A week into vacation and I caved. The nondescript book spines had been staring at me, daring. I'd put them on the shelf between The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. In other words, squarely in Elliot territory, as a hint that he was welcome to take them home if he chose. It's not like I wasn't curious. It's not like I didn't itch to pick them up. But with Elliot stretched out in front of me every day, absently reaching to scratch his stomach or crossing his legs at the ankle, the movement somehow redefining and emphasizing what existed beneath the buttons of his jeans, I wasn't sure what I really needed was more erotica. Alas, Delta of Venus was first. I started it at daybreak, hours, I reasoned, before Elliot would show up. I reasoned. I can't read today. I reasoned before Elliot would show up. But as usual, it was like he knew. Ooh, what are you reading? He asked from the doorway. The bare starlight weakly lit my bedroom behind him. He blocked most of it with the width of his shoulders. I ignored the rising heat in my cheeks and turned back to the cover as if I needed to remind myself. Oh, just one of the books you got me. Ah, he said, and I heard the satisfied grin in his voice. You're up early, too. Which one? Unwilling to say the name, I simply held up the book and waved it at him, struggling to look casual even though I knew my face was a ripe, heated red. Mind if I join you in the closet? Suit yourself. I rolled onto my stomach and continued reading. Whoa. The words were almost too much even for the privacy of my thoughts. I'd always thought of sexual things in such abstract ways, not with language, but with visuals, and even more intense. I realized while reading this, I always imagined Elliot. I would imagine him coming closer and touching me when he might say what he might say or how he might look, but never had I thought words like quivering and tormented with desire and absorbed him until he came. I could feel him watching me, but worked to keep my expression neutral. I said thoughtfully. Interesting. Elliot exhaled a laugh. What did you just read? He asked a while later, voice teasing. Your eyes are going to fall out of your head. It's erotic literature, I said, shrugging. Safe money says I read something erotic. Share. No. Yes. Not a chance. It's okay if you're embarrassed by it, he said, returning to his book. I won't push. I was intensely. Why? It's so funny that she's so embarrassed. Why do we think, wait, okay, hold on. Why do we think, it's just because she's not comfortable with sex yet, probably? Is that what it is? I guess, huh? Probably. It's just so cute. It's just like so innocent. Yeah, I keep forgetting how young she is too. Yeah. But she asked about his thing. I know, she asked about his thing too. I'm like, girl, what are you nervous about and what are you not nervous about? But it makes sense. She is young. She's never really experienced anything like that. And I think also him being right there is making her way more nervous. Because she's like, what's happening? Yeah, talking about it with her crushes, I think would also probably make me real nervous. But she's so funny. She's such a silly girly. Love her. Okay, we're going to keep going. It's okay if you're embarrassed by it, he said, returning to his book. I won't push. I was intensely embarrassed by it, but at the same time I was thrilled by it and vexed by it. It was sexual, but so impersonal. I wanted to infuse it with more feeling. His hands became Elliot's. Her hands became mine. Hey, Shrek! Oh god, this scared the shit out of me. I'm so sorry. Talia with the sub. Thanks, Talia. So of course I jumped. Oh no. I know, I jumped too. I was like, shit, that was scary. That was loud. Oh shit, so she's just imagining them as the characters in the book. Okay. I imagined emotion there that wasn't on the page. I wondered if it was the same for Elliot when he read it, and whether he noticed how distant it all seemed. I inhaled a shaky breath and read, so was Venus born of the sea with this little kernel of salty honey in her, which only caresses could bring out of the darker recesses of her body. Elliot stared at his book, eyebrows knitted together as he nodded sagely. His voice came out a little hoarse. That's a good line. A good line, I repeated incredulously. Actually, I didn't have an ending to the sentence. It was a level of thinking I didn't really have the capacity of experience to articulate, but something about it felt familiar in an ancient kind of way. I know, he murmured. Do you like the rest of it? It's okay. I flipped back through the pages. It's a little impersonal, and some of the stories are kind of sad. Elliot laughed, and I gasped. Elliot laughed, and I gapped at him? Am I saying that right? What? I asked. Did you read the foreword, Macy? I scowled. Who reads the foreword to Erotica? He laughed again and shook his head. No, you should. The stories were commissioned by a wealthy man. He just wanted sex. No feelings, no emotion. Oh, I said, looking down at the book that suddenly made so much more sense. Yeah, no, I don't like it. Not like that. He nodded, adjusting the beanbag beneath him. You read this? I asked. He hummed an affirmative noise. Did you like it? I had the same reaction you did, I think. With a tiny grunt, he stretched his legs out, putting his hands behind his head. I didn't look at the buttons on his jeans. Certainly not twice. It's sexy, but distant, too. Why did you read it? Why? He repeated incredulously. He lifted I can't say this word. He repeated incredulously as he lifted his head to look at me. I don't know, because I love to read. I love that you can use words to convince people or anger people or entertain people, but you can use them too. He shrugged, blushing a little. Arouse people too. I looked back down to the book, unsure what else to say. I haven't seen you since April, he said. Whatever happened with spring formal? Damn, April. How far are we? June. Yeah, that's a while. Laughing, I told him Nikki went with... Whoa. Will with the raid! Hey, guys! Will with the raid. We're in book club right now. Welcome. We're reading a really crazy book. Interesting part. I know. I don't even know how to explain to anyone coming in what we're doing or what we're reading. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Noel. For anyone coming in, Neza is sick. That's why I am streaming by myself today. We are doing book club right now. We're reading a chapter together that we're almost done with. But yeah, welcome to book club. I know if you're not part of book club, you might not know what's going on, but if you want to just sit here and react with us about the craziness that's going on, you're more than welcome to. So what? All right. Book club, everybody, book club, book club, book club. Thanks, Will. Shout out Will's World for the raid. All right, I guess we should keep going. Oh, yeah, so he asks, what happened with spring formal? Laughing, I told him Nikki went with Ravish. Of course she did. Drama always settles with the dullest outcome possible. But I meant you. Oh, I dropped the book and lifted a hand to chew on my fingernail. Yeah, I just stayed home. I can't even believe she didn't say anything to him. That's crazy. I could feel him watching me, and he pushed up onto an elbow. I would have come, you know? Looking at him, I tried to show him with my eyes that I really hadn't wanted to go. I know. You don't want me to meet your friends? He asked, and his tone was playful, but at the distant edge was a sincere worry. Quickly, I shook my head. It's not that. I looked at him, at his face that was nearly in perfect proportion now. His expressive eyes, full mouth, angled jaw. Okay, I guess it's partly that. I want you to meet them, but I don't really want them to meet you. He scrunched his nose. Okay. I mean, I said, wanting to diffuse the insult I saw on his face. I didn't really trust Nikki and Elise at the time, and I felt like if they met you, they might flirt with you, especially at the dance, and I would have been a ball of rage. Oh, that's tea. Whoa. That's tea. That's tea. What do you mean? That's a red flag for your friends. Why are you friends with them? If you can't bring your man, or if you can't bring around the guy you like around your friends because you're scared that they're going to go after him, get out. Get out. You shouldn't be friends with them. That's wrong. What the fuck? His brows lifted skyward in understanding. Oh. And also, I glanced back down again, finding it easier to say these things to my lap. This is sort of our little bubble. I gestured vaguely around the room, and when I met Emma, it changed that for me. Before, she was just a name, and I could pretend that you didn't have more time with her every week than you had with me. But I don't, Mace. I'm just using that example. I explained, looking back up. I wasn't sure that you would really want to have a face to put with these names I'm spending time with. She's still caught up on Emma. Girl, let it go. Wait, that's so crazy. She's clearly still caught up with Emma. Like, the Emma thing fully impacted her, which I get, but it's kind... But I don't know. Like, I feel like at this point, I feel like I trust Elliot to, like, let me know if there was more with Emma. Yeah, I mean, I guess she's just really caught up on that. That sucks. I wasn't sure that you would... Okay, yeah. Some clarity washed over him. Oh, I think I get it. I think he did. There's a guy who likes you. I nodded. Yeah. There's a few guys, and they were at the dance, and you and I are a weird non-couple, and you weren't sure how to. He let the words trail off before saying, you didn't want me to end up feeling like the outsider. I pulled my legs under me on the futon. Yeah, I just think it could have been weird. You're not my outside. You're my every side. What the fuck? But in the moment, you might not have seen it that way or believed me. I looked up at him, hastily adding, just speaking from my experience with Emma thing. Okay, he murmured. I want you in my whole life, I said carefully, stepping a toe out into the vast landscape of more. I think all the time about how my real fear isn't other girls, it's losing you. I'm terrified of what it would feel like if you weren't in my life anymore. What the fuck? His eyes grew tight, his voice reverent. That won't ever happen. That won't ever happen. It fucking happens. And if we started and it somehow went wrong, I had to swallow a few times after saying this, tamping down the storm that had happened inside me at the prospect of this. Anyway, I don't think the dance was the first place to do that. To bring this life into that one. It would have been too much off the bat. I get that. He stood walking over to the futon and sitting down next to me. I told you already, Mace. I want to be your boyfriend. Come on. Come on, Mace. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Oh, God. Come on. I don't even know. I'm like numb at this point reading this. I get that. Oh, wait, sorry. Reaching out, he coaxed me to him until I was leaning against him and finally laying my head in his lap. He picked his book back up and I had mine and I listened to the even rhythm of his breathing. You know, I said staring up at the ceiling while he had one hand slowly dragging again and again through my hair. Those books were sort of the perfect gift. How's that? Number 47 on Mom's list is to tell me not to have sex until I can talk about sex. Don't. Makes sense. Makes sense now. Mom's list is to tell me not to have sex until I can talk about sex. Fuck, that's so sad. Beneath me, Elliot went very still. Yeah? I just think that's good advice, I guess. Like, if you can't talk about it, you shouldn't be doing it. A tiny nervous laugh burst out of him. Do you want to talk about sex today? Yeah, she's crazy. Girl, you're crazy. Giggling, I gently punched him in the thigh and he fiend away. Or fiend away. He feigned pain. I wanted him to be my boyfriend too, but I knew even then that I needed baby steps. I wanted the slow transition. I didn't want to lose a single precious bit of him. Guys. What are we thinking? Mom saving the day always. She's not even here and she's like making the situation better. Elliot said, ready when you are. I know, dude. And it's just unbelievable that but I get it. She's so afraid of losing him. She's so unbelievably afraid of losing him. So I understand her hesitation to it. But God, it's just, I think they could figure it out. I really think it can happen. All right, guys. Well, let's see what we're going. Hold on. Let me read. Sorry, I need to figure this out. What we're going to be reading till. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, guys. We are reading up until 331. Those are the next 10 chapters. 251 to 331. I'm just going to put this here. Just so that. So the name of the chapter, the beginning chapter is... Thank you. Guys, I had fun. I mean, obviously it was lonely without Neza, but you guys, thank you. You guys are always showing up, and thank you for being a part of book club because we genuinely love it, and it's been so much fun. So yeah, the first chapter is, I know, it might be a different name, but in the book it's now Wednesday, November 8th, page 251 to page 331. That is what we are reading until. So those are the next 10 chapters. And I think after that, we should just be like, let's finish the book. I don't know how many chapters it is, but we should just finish it. Thank you guys. I tried. I was a little, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly nervous. What, oh, the last chapter called? Sorry. The last chapter that we are gonna be reading is Then Friday, December 8th, 11 years ago. So that's the last one that we're gonna be reading for this week. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous coming on here to do book club by myself because I haven't streamed by myself. And secondly, I feel like book club, it just feels like more of this serious thing, right? This formal thing, but you know, trying to have fun with it, trying to be goofy and not make it a serious thing. Cause I was like, oh, it's gonna feel like I'm a teacher showing up to class with my mug. Hey guys. Imagine me as a teacher. That would be crazy. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad we had fun. I know it was a little earlier than normal, but yeah. So for next week's schedule, we're still trying to figure that out. I think Neza will be back by Monday, so I think Neza and I will be streaming together on Monday. Wednesday is Christmas, so we are not going to be streaming on Christmas. We are just going to be with our familias. And then on Friday, the following Friday, I leave to Iowa on Thursday, so Neza might be streaming a couple by herself. We need to figure that out. We haven't figured it out, but next week is going to be a little weird. Since it's the holidays, the next 2 weeks are going to be a little, you know, bear with us. But we're going to try and make it work. Make sure to stay healthy. Oh my gosh, I know. I don't want to be sick. But yeah, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Is there still going to be book club? Yes, there will be book club, whether I'm there or not. I'm going to see if I can just do the Discord, if Neza and I can like pop in for a book club together next Friday to talk about it. But if I can't make it, Neza will 100% be here to talk about it. So either or, book club will definitely happen, but we'll try to make it work. No, I won't be away. I'll be here. Wait. No. I fly back in, I think, the day that the book is finished. And I'm going to, even if it's a little later, I'm going to try to make the effort to be here that next Friday because I want to be here for the end of the book. I have to. I don't care if I'm half awake. I will be here for that. I'm going to try my best. I promise. At least it balances out for any this week, Neza next week. Yeah, basically. Truly. But yeah, I'm going to try my best. What chapter do we read up to? So the chapters are weird, but we're reading up to page 331. 331, and the last chapter that we are reading is Then Friday, December 8th, 11 years ago. And again, the pages are 251 to 331. We only have 8 chapters left after the 10. Should we finish it? I think we're just going to stick to the 10 for now. If you want to finish it, go ahead. We're only going to be talking about the next 10. But after that, yeah, we'll finish it and we'll talk about it the next Friday. All right, guys, is there anybody that I can raid? Is there anybody on that I can wait? I know, we're flying through the book. I'm kind of proud of us. I think this is very motivating, too. Very, very motivating.
You did great, Franny. Handshake with imaginary Neza.
Oh my god, yeah, I need to do the handshake. I need to do the handshake. Hold up. Hold up, hold up. All right, ready? Here we go, before I raid anyone. 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck. What is it? No. Hold on. Got it. Nailed her. We did it. We did it, guys. Don't you worry. We did it. We did it. Okay, yeah. Is there anybody streaming right now that I can raid? I saw Kian. Is Kian streaming? Purr, no crumbs. Kian is streaming. Oh god, here, let's just see if it works. First of all, I'm gonna see. Hold on. What is Kian's thing? Is it Kian Lolly? What's his at? Let me see. Kian Lolly. He's not on? Oh, why are people saying he's on then? Oh, he got off. Okay. Then yeah, I can raid Devonte. What's Devonte's at? Are his settings fixed? Is it just Devonte? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Easy enough. Let's see if he'll let me raid him. Oh, yeah, it's working. All right, guys. I love you. We'll see you on Monday. FREZZA will be back on Monday. Woo! I love you. And can't wait to find out what actually happens in this book.